Hey, there we go. We're gonna play this game again, I suppose. The game of is the audio coming in or not? God, good thing I checked. Whew. Yeah, the man, it is hot today, even in the basements. Okay, so let's get this mechanic underway. So the idea here is that we have a series of locations, a series of little plant plots, so to speak. They're kind of scattered around, and yeah, we're supposed to whatchamacallit, we're supposed to break them, destroy them, in order for this door to become openable. Oh, man, this is really cool. The fact that volumetrics can be viewed from the back of the thing that casts the shadow, that's pretty cool. Okay, so before we go on, I'm just gonna boost the volume of the mic. I think that should be good. All right. Hello, man. Hello indeed. Good day. Okay, so I think we can do this in the test sandbox. Okay, I'm just gonna get rid of this, all of this. Oh yeah, these vines with real-time physics don't really work out very well. I'm pretty sure I'm gonna have to switch over to pre-animated vine collapses animations. Okay, anyways, let's get safe room. Let's do this one. Woo! Okay, that's a big one. Okay, so we need foundations. A foundation 8x8. Okay, these are square foundations. I think we're gonna have to create some smaller pieces, smaller foundation pieces. Something a bit more random. Okay, this would be models, bunker kit, foundation. Locations, foundations, prefab. This should belong to the bunker kit. Models, bunker kit, foundation. Let's move this. Foundation. Yes. Okay, while it's doing that, what else was here? There was engineer dorm foundation. Oh boy. Okay. So, let's start with a Bezier curve. And then get my pine. Get this. Mm-hmm. Get this down to a reasonable level. Okay, the type is going to be polygon. And then convert to mesh. Actually, while we're here, why don't we just create all the necessary foundation pieces? Not entirely sure how big these things are going to be. I guess we can scale them. Mm-hmm. Okay, that's cool. I think we need to reduce this. Can we? Curve, cleanup, decimate. Bezier curves. Only Bezier curves supported. Oh, okay. Mm-hmm. Okay, I want to go through that again, so let's make sure we don't make it too detailed. Oh, come on. Merge, you bitch. Pretty sure all the other ones are also not cyclic. That's okay. Okay, that looks good. Convert to mesh. Fill. And then we need to basically make the foundation. So we're gonna scale across the individual origins. Beautiful. And then what? I think we need to break this apart. Okay. Beautiful. I think what we usually do is remesh. Yes. We remesh these things, and then we sculpt the texture or the shapes of the stone, concrete, ripped out concrete, and then we decimate, and we get our low poly foundations. Okay, that should be okay. Are these foundations low enough? Yeah, maybe. I guess we'll see. Okay. Center sculpt mode. So R and then Control R. Okay, so that's been remeshed. Beautiful. Go. Shade smooth. Beautiful. So for the texture of the sculpt brush, we're going to use Voronoi. Okay, that gives us a nice, interesting effect. Like that. Hey, Zolden, welcome back. All right, that's looking pretty good. Mm-hmm. Try to smooth out some of these lines before sculpting in the rock. There we go. How long am I planning? Hopefully I can finish the mechanic involving these pieces, just breaking down paranormal plants. How long is it gonna take? I don't know. If I'm efficient, maybe an hour, maybe a couple of hours, you know? You know. It's not really like set on time of X amount of time they need to stream. It's more like gotta get some stuff done, and then depending on how the energy is, that's what really determines it. Okay. Here's what I'm gonna do. Ooh, okay, now that's quite a lot. I don't want to lose that much. What if I do this? Okay. You know what? It's fine. We don't have to achieve this in one stage. We'll just do this. Delete these vertices. And then we can just select the rest. Well, actually, hold on a second. Do we need to do this? I don't think we need to do this. I think we need to just add the decimate modifier. Okay. I'm gonna save this. Tail, assets models. This is bunker. It's not props. It's bunker kit, or at least the place where bunker kit was stored. Locations. There's bunker kit. That's not my bunker kit. Bunker wall wires kit. Okay. Foundations small. Okay, so this is 6,000 vertices. Bring it down a bit. 9,000. Okay, let's go multi-stage. So we do this. And then that. I think we can go auto smooth here. Sure. And now this is 2,000 vertices. Looking pretty good. Cool. All right. I'll be watching on the TV. All they hear, oh God, really? Oh, it's this guy again. Okay, so what do we do here? We did 5, 5, and then 2. Okay, let's do decimate. I think we could just do duplicate. And then duplicate. 2. Okay, this is 5,000 vertices. Or 2,000 actually, 5,000 faces. Cool. 30%. Looks pretty good. We have some screwy things happening here. Triangulate maybe? No. First one? Hey, okay, if we triangulate the first one, some of the artifacts tend to go away. Suppose that's good. Doesn't seem like it matters if we triangulate all the stages. And this is 1,000 vertices. Mm-hmm. All right. And this looks reasonable. Yeah, nice. That looks a little off. I have to fix that. That's already done. Okay, cool. So everything in here is done. Now, do we need the originals? I honestly don't know. I don't think so. We're not really baking any data from these, so we're just going to do convert to mesh. That's going to apply all the modifiers, solidify this as geometry, and then in edit mode, we're going to do this. We're going to do select, similar, normal, and then just threshold until we've captured pretty much all of the faces that face down. Nice. Cool. How many vertices do we save? About 1,000, 2,000. Okay. Fantastic. So, let's set origin to the center of mass. And one final thing. I'm going to try this again with these faces. Maybe not. Seems like it just selects everything. That's fine. If it's a little uneven, that's okay. So, let's get these foundations out. So, foundation, what? It's foundation uneven. Foundation random. Okay, get this exported. Dreadtail. Engine. Models. Bunker kit. Foundations. Okay. I guess I could just save it. Prefabs. Bam. Cool. Oh, why are they GLBs? Come on now. OBJs. Limit to selected. Preset. No preset. Yes. There we go. And fantastic. So, let's take a look. I know that we want to use the same material, at least for the time being. What is this material? Materials, dark concrete 2T res. Okay. So we're going to generate some scenes. Just one material is enough. Materials, dark concrete 2T res. Open. And then output goes to objects. Objects what? Bunker kit, foundation prefabs, and then for converted. I think that should be it. So, back up out of here. There we go. Whew. Damn. That is... that's quite a lot larger than I thought it would be. But it's fine. It's useful. I think we need like at least half of this. I think this will come in handy. That's fine. So let's do this. We now know how big these things are. We're going to move them out of the way. We're going to repeat the process and create some smaller ones. I don't want to scale those other ones because the texture is going to scale. And we would have to use triplanar mapping to make smaller ones. So that looks like it's going to be as big as the other ones. How big is this, actually? Actually, it's not that big. As a matter of fact, it's pretty suitable for what we're trying to do here. Okay. So here's what we are gonna do. We have bunker kit. We can use some walls to create these sort of like loose pieces. We take some soil, drop it down here. Mm-hmm. And now we want some foliage. So we'll go to Objects Foliage. Mm-hmm. Place a couple of them here. Okay, so now what we're looking for is some sort of a plant to destroy. We can maybe borrow something from the book of Resident Evil. Okay, we're not gonna do it here. We're gonna do it when we sculpt this. Okay. So I'm gonna duplicate one just in case. Convert to mesh. And then we can go to sculpt. We're gonna remesh this thing. And then we need to smooth it out. Mm-hmm. All right. Maybe we can inflate it. Where's inflate? There's inflate. Can remesh it. Even out those vertices. Voxels. Nice. Cool. Alrighty. Okay. Now I don't know how we might be able to pull this off, but I wanted to make it look like something is glowing inside, which I think we might be able to do with either subsurface scattering, or if we cleverly use The depth map. Okay. Save this up. So this is Dreadtail, assets, models, props. This is props interactable, technically. Or I guess it's foliage. Which is not in props, apparently. Okay. Possessed plant. That's what this is. Okay. Let's get top of flow up and running. Get the cursor back to world origin. Okay. Let's start with contours. Okay, can I move this? Please and thank you. There we go. Okay. I think we might have to delete these. Do we have to make that super specific, or can we just get away with this? Okay, now, how do I connect the two? Okay, I'm not sure why it's highlighting this as red. And it's refusing to create a polygon here. Maybe it's because it's inside out? Hmm. How do I... Let's see. Exit? Nope. Alrighty. Gets back in. Get back in here. The shit's happening here. Could explain why it's messed up. Hmm. Okay. Even though technically this is completely unnecessary. There we go. Nice. Oh, no, we have an angon here. Never mind, this was useless. Dang it. Alright, fine. We'll just leave that right there and just forget about it. Alrighty. Cool. Well, there we go. Hey, Steven. Good day. Okay. It's looking pretty good. Okay, so this is possessed plant low. Possessed plant all one high. get this exported. Dreadtail escape. Engine. No. We're texturing first. Assets, textures. Substance. Dang it. Come on. What do we select? We'll select the low. Which we're kind of forgetting something. Sure. There we go. Okay, now we can export it. Man, I gotta say, I'm embracing the whole high poly to low poly process more and more. You can make some really impressive normals. Really impressively detailed objects. Can someone explain me what is the spiel of the Destiny game? What's the game all about? Oh boy, pre-purchase Silent Hill 2. For $93. No, no. No, thank you. Okay, hello. Are we gonna launch or what? Adobe's loading application. I've seen somebody on Twitter complain that Adobe now has a new license agreement thing that you have to sign when you open up the Adobe subscription. And it's the fact that the Adobe has a right to either automatically or manually review and access the work that you're working on, even if it's covered by an NDA. So, yeah, yeah, Adobe subscription, everybody. I sure hope it doesn't fucking seep into this. Good thing I have, what is it? What version is this? Substance Painter 2022, which isn't available on Steam anymore. So, Adobe doing Adobe stuff. Okay, so this is where do we go? Assets, texture, substance, possessed plant, low. You know what? I totally forgot to do something. I need to add on my calendar sculpting practice. Excuse me. Give me 1 second. I know that I had some in the evening, but I find, honestly, practice in the evening is kind of very difficult to motivate unless I'm really full of energy. And the only time I'm full of energy in the evening is if I have bad sleep habits and I sleep in. you know, till like 10 or 11. Only that way I can have energy in the evening. Otherwise, then no. So what I try to do is I try to dedicate evening time towards, gaming, leisure, relaxation. Okay. So sometime I need to introduce. Reduce sculpt courses. Okay. Nice. It's looking good. Crumples. Oh, hell, there's a dedicated Crumples material, smart material here. We could just use that for the paper. Interesting. Hmm. Okay, now what can we do with this bulbous thing? Let's see. Do we have like refraction? I feel like we might be able to fake it. Maybe? If we use some sort of a map. Maybe even like a glow map. Let's test this. So we're gonna add an emissive map. We're gonna add a paint layer, or actually a fill layer with a black mask. And then grab a brush. Blur. Okay, I believe that needs to have something on it. So we're painting on a mask. Oh. Okay. And then I suppose when I select this, it actually selects the blur tool, the smudge tool. Yo. Yoy. Good day. Now, let's see. So this is emissive. Okay. Let's see if we can add it to a group. Black mask. We're gonna copy. We need to copy mask. Paste it here. And then remove mask. There we go. Okay, this is where we can add, maybe duplicate this, and then take emissive, drop it down to like a more warmer orange. Let's see what we can do here. Sort of, but too strong. Fibers. This is actually where blur, I think, would come in super handy. Mm-hmm. Maybe a little bit of this. Okay. Now it's not the effect that I was looking for, but it will do. Just maybe deal with these tears. Huh. Interesting. Actually, maybe this is where we can smooth it out. Blur it. No, there's nothing to blur in the first place. I need like an airbrush type brush. Sup, this guy. Doing pretty good. What about you? There's a lot of very interesting brushes here, but I need an airbrush. Artistic. Inflation. Oh, God. Man. Why you gotta shit on my day like that? Hey, Vishal. Hey, basic soft. That's what I need. Okay, I keep pressing F to focus. I don't want to do that. There we go. Okay, there should be no more seams because that's the only one that was there. Okay. Perfect. Okay, so this is what we have. Now, finish moving the setup. Yep, it's all in the basement now. Okay, so this looks a little strange, but I guess for the time being we can work with it. Nice. Let me actually also get another one with an even darker green. Now we're gonna dial this back a bit more. Sure. Okay. This will do for now. You see the latest Godot post? What's the latest Godot post about? Oh, the animations thing? Okay, let's get this rendered. I think for this, what, 1K texture should be more than enough. Making 3D game? Yes, it is. Okay. Tail, engine, textures, substance, foliage, props, I guess, foliage. Oh, it's not even here. Okay. I guess none of the foliage we've made so far uses whatchamacallit, uses materials like this. Okay, this is possessed plant. Will that affect projects you want to migrate to 4.3? I haven't read up on what the changes are. I sure hope they would automate whatever properties need to be transferred, but I doubt it. If they're like fundamentally changing the structure. Okay. So let me get this exported. Low poly. This goes to Dreadtail Escape, Engine, Models, Props, Foliage. Okay, I think we're gonna have a few of these. Possessed plants. This is Possessed Plant 001. Now, what do we do with the Possessed Plant? It's gotta be a static body. What happens to the Possessed Plant when it is destroyed? I would imagine that it, breaks, and then we would have to have two pieces. So we get this piece that falls down, and then this piece, and then this is just ruptured. Okay. Almost. It's just a plant that absorbed paranormal energy and is now being detected by false detected by the sensors. Okay, so we got possessed plant. Damn it, it's called default material. Okay. Props. Sure. Nice. Okay, now we got a bit of a break right here. That's because of the height map. Hmm. So this is sort of what I was thinking. Make it look like it's under, but I have to make it so that it only is affected by all of these pieces. I have an emissive map here. Right. Okay, let's try this. So what if we take this and we remove it? Clear seam. The height map does not display geometry now. Okay, that's what we get. And having this seam go through here is not very beneficial. Let me see what this is gonna end up looking like. Okay, so we got okay, re-import mesh. And then let's see if we can rebake mesh maps. Okay. That looks relatively okay. I don't see too much stretching. And yes, it's growing larger here, but let's see what this does when we export textures. And then we export this guy. So this black border right here, this should disappear because there's no more seam there. Okay, there we go. So that's kind of what I'm thinking. It is really weird on the top because the UVs are really small there. And what we need to do is we need to make this effect be exclusively focused on this side. So I think what we can do is this. Let's show in File Manager. Let's open this up in Krita. I'm going to copy the location. Okay. And we are quite literally going to take the brush, airbrush, white color. I'm going to do this. And then the rest is going to be black. Okay, cool. So this is displacement effect. All right. Possessed plant, and then we're going to go to the height. We're going to place the height. We're going to place this here instead of height. Okay, it's doing the opposite. Cool. I guess we could just do this, do that. Oh, no. Update texture. Yes. Okay. It's doing it. The only problem is that it's cutting off ugly right there. Okay, that kind of works. Nice effect. Thanks. If it only worked a little bit better. Maybe I can cut the UVs instead of here. I can cut it right here, and that should give us... No, that's not going to work. Because then that's going to reduce the amount of texture space we have available here. Okay. You know what? Technically, it is doable if we keep the geometry separate. If we had something like this over here, overlapping the geometry. Is this trippy behavior bug for Godot? Nope, that's just my weird usage of the property. Let me try adjusting the map. So let me get... Can we get a map that actually tells us what's happening? Or, even better, we can just make it smaller. like this. Ah, you know what? I know exactly what the problem is. The way we've unwrapped it, that right there, that's the top of it. So I think the way we have to do this is this. So we'll do it like we did it before, but we're gonna erase that little piece. Okay. Maybe this will work. Let's see. Because it works down here. Okay. All right. That is really trippy. But it works. It works up here. So we just need to really ease up on that. It really, oh, geez. I need to make it small. Probably not the way you would achieve this effect. It's not even the effect I was hoping for. Oh, whoa. Okay, that is interesting. That is really fascinating. Godot can handle such huge textures. Some of the textures that have a lot of props are 2K. This could probably work as a 512 texture, but the player does kind of mess around with this prop. That is interesting. Material, not shader. Yeah, I mean, there's no hypothetical limit. It's just what your graphics card VRAM has to offer. But what if we do this? It's like a magnifying glass. Cool. That is a really weird effect. Give it a light blue Voronoi layer. Maybe? Oh, yeah, no, that was also using deep parallax, which creates this like layer-like system. Light blue goes well with orange. Well, the it is a game that takes place at night, which means a lot of blue. So this is gonna be perfect. Okay. We could flip tangents. That just makes it look weird as heck. Interesting. I think we can keep this. It would be nice if we could make it, you know, move inside. Is the orange bar a different texture? Nope, part of the same texture. I'm just using a map to limit the region where the height data is being applied. Okay, now we can actually see the edge though. This seems we gotta ease up. Again, if we made this a separate piece of geometry, which, you know, in hindsight, then we could just do some UV scrolling and make it like spin aside. But yeah, maybe next time. We'll keep that in mind. Yeah, it works. Maybe we can even make it a little bit transparent. Or refractive. It's kind of difficult to see what it is. Let me place it into the actual scene. Let's go. Props. Foliage. Possessed plant. All right. So let me place this thing. Okay, it's a lot smaller than I thought, but oh well. It is actually being refractive. Interesting. How does this thing look like in the game? No idea. Haven't tried it yet. Okay. If we do refraction, can we do this? Oh, I guess right. The transparency data would have to be baked into the object. Okay, you know what? That's fine. No need. That is okay. It looks pretty strange. I probably would have liked if it had a bit of motion inside. You know, it's not really gonna take too much extra work to separate this into a separate piece of geometry and then add some stuff on top. Okay, that's cool. And then what else? What else we got? Get this back to 1. Let's get an Omnilight. We should have an environment here, don't we? Nope. No environment. Okay, well, it's here. It would look if it had more twigs coming out of it. Oh yeah, for sure. Like the complexity of this prop is not really up there. You know, maybe even have some sort of a flower at the top. But you know, for now this will work. Okay, so what's the name of the game? Dreadtail. Safe room mechanic is oh god, hold on. It is a set of locations scattered at random across the map, which you can get your ass in and save yourself from whatever it is trying to eat it, and not in a good way. Okay. Now, I don't have one of these in here, one of these plants. So let me actually just take this foundation. There we go. And then I'm gonna save this as a single piece. So this is plant, what was it? Possessed plant location formation 01. And then we will save this as a scene. Can't save branch already instance. Oh, you eat ass. Right. Okay, so no 3D. We are going to place it above and then place it in. We're going to call this what I call that and then save it as a scene. There we go. So objects, these are technically locations, but they're meant for safe room plant formations. Okay. Okay, sure. Thanks, buddy. Thanks for closing that scene that takes forever to open. The models look absolutely amazing. Thanks. I try my best. Some of the models were also made by Dimitar and Antoine, fellows who are helping me out with this project. Okay, possessed plant formation. Let's place this thing. Right, so the way this works is we have a safe room, and then the safe room will generate a series of these little chunks all around it, and the player has to destroy these things, these plants in those chunks, because otherwise the safe room won't let them in. This actually looks pretty good. This looks exactly like what I figured this would look like. No, it's a software called KeyPress OSD. It's about $20, and it's you know just sits on top of the screen and shows what button presses I'm pressing, which is quite handy when I'm doing you know videos. What is that? Why are you there? Okay, it's a scene now. I can open it. I can open it and I can edit it. Okay, you need to be here. You need to not, whoops, need to not stick out. Noise. I can hear a humming of sorts. Oh yeah, it's a pretty good idea actually. I'm gonna have to toss that idea to Cole, who's the sound engineer on this. Oh yes, yes, give me that glow. Maybe we don't need multiple. Yeah, I think this can work out. Cool. Okay, so that looks good. Let's take a look at it. Oh yeah, we are missing collisions. Hmm. Basic plant formation. We have this. Oh, no, that's the wall. I need collisions on foundation. Are we missing collisions? No, we're not. It's all in there. It's good. We automated the process. All right. Can we finally run it? How much can Godot handle? How much can Godot engine handle? It all depends on how how much attention you put towards optimization. Like, if you have a lot of objects, like what I have with the trees going on here. What the shit? Okay, that doesn't seem right. Why the frames? Let me try something. Just gonna delete this real quick and double check. I guess that answers the question. You have to, even if you're talking about model-wise, I have a massive forest scattered all over this whole map. If you want to do that, you want to use multi-mesh instances because they're literally designed for rendering multiple thousands of the same mesh at the same time. Because it all handles it in one process. Okay, what's happening? What else did I do? What did I do since the beginning of this? Why are the frames shit? What happened? Oh, hold on. We got 1,000 errors. That could have something to do with it. Set transform. Is that the tween can be created? Yeah, no. Use colors. Instance count. Okay. It doesn't tell me where the error is, but I have a feeling I might know what is causing it. Let me just double check that. Maybe that wasn't. Yeah. Nope. We got the same number of errors. So I don't think that was it. Like, literally nothing has changed. Okay, let me try this. Take the safe room. Get rid of it. Because I did also do random props for the server computers. Maybe they are the ones that are causing that massive flood of errors. Never tried making massive games in Godot. Okay, we still have the same number. And, okay, and the frames didn't really change. All right, let me try something. Just gonna close it. Open it. This is not a prosperous time for the game to look like shit. Maybe we have like a collision somewhere causing a fuss. You know what? Maybe I should close a bunch of the stuff that's sitting in the background and hugging my performance. Steam, go away. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Hey, well, look at that. Just like magic. Okay. Safe room. Get back. I want you back, baby. There we go. Okay, and then... Yeah, that is weird. Give each other PTSD. Man, I blame you. You came here. Oh yeah, there's this issue when I import a model, it just craps the whole game. Sure. I got one for you in response. Yeah, I hate when GitHub corrupts my repository and like all commits in the history just get destroyed. There. Have fun. Enjoy. I've done my duty. Damn it. Oh, safe room 2 is right there. Okay. Alright. Not bad. Well, that's what it looks like. I imagine we could actually rig this and give it a little bit of motion. Just a small little bit of squirming. Yeah, okay. And then, you know, we can take our military machete and then get it all hacked up. Nice. All right. Let's do that. So, should be fairly quick. Not much more complex things. So I guess this will have to be a GLTF then. And then since we're on the subject of that, and you know, we're on the subject of having it finished, hopefully in the span of this stream. So I am going to give it also a bit of a death animation. Yes. I think that should be good. Maybe we should actually move this over here. Mm-hmm. Oh, we should make it so when you whack it, it whacks you back. It just make it random. So just a random you hit it, and it's like, bitch, I can do that too. Oh god, that'll be funny. It's like the weird snapping plants from Half-Life 1. The big beefy ones. Okay. So, here we go. That's all we need. The trees from Zen? Yeah, like the ones that damn, you know them. That's what I'm like thinking. Okay. Let's take this, take that, and then automatic weights. Cool. All right, let's see what we can do here. Non-linear. Then, no, come on. We should do dope sheet, action editor. Let's do idle. Actually, since it's a loop, I'm going to do that. Make a variation of the plant. Yeah, for sure. That's an option. I'm going to make the viewport be in the front. Sure. We're going to display it in sticks. Okay. Now, I don't think we need to set up rigs here. Inverse kinematics and everything. I think we could just should pose mode. Do we have... Okay, so we can only rotate, which makes sense. Maybe we should set up some sort of a inverse kinematic. Make them shiny. Yeah, that's an option. It's like an extra obstacle. I try not to go too biological though, because the game is more paranormal than biological. It's just that those paranormal things are permutating into some plants, which is why we have this here. Okay. I think I can just make plain axis. And then that's going to be the target. Okay, so I would imagine take this pose mode. Let's go into inverse kinematics. The target is this. The pole target doesn't exist. Gotcha. Maybe the root bone shouldn't be the one that has it. Oh, actually, should it be this? Yeah, okay, that's the one. And then up there. And the pole bone is this one. Okay. Just gonna position this right here. And make it face the pole bone. Cool. And that's the idea. And then we can make it wiggle left and right using this pole. How does Godot interpret shape keys? I have not used shape keys yet, so I can't really help you with that. What the reference used for this? Oh, just really old memories of playing like Resident Evil 5 and, you know, the whole glowy limbs thing. Okay. Now, here's the only problem with this. It's the fact that we're not animating this, we're animating this. And if we're animating this, we have to bake the data into this. But I'd rather not want to have to bake. So maybe we're going to do this instead. We're going to take this bone. Yes, and we're going to make it separate. So we're going to do not connected. Yes, which means... Oh, yes, and we also need the pole bone. So I'm going to do this one. It is going to be connected to... This is root. This is going to be connected to root. And this is a non-deformed bone. That one is a deformed bone. It has to be. Okay, so now this bone is going to be connected to root as well. So now it's independent. There we go. Okay, now this means that we have to remove inverse kinematics from here and add it here instead. The last bone, we should probably give it a name. Tip pole. All right, so tip, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then this is going to use this bone, the pole, with 180 degrees. There we go. Or technically a little bit less. Something like this. Nice. So now we can animate these. And we're technically animating bones now instead of empties. So that should work out just fine. Perfect. Hope I didn't misinterpret your question. I asked a question. I don't remember asking a question. Okay, I've never heard my elbow make that noise before. What the shit? I'm only 30. God damn it. Okay, perfect. So, let's start with, something you can do is, that's really interesting. You can do this. Oi. Okay, you get the idea. We just have to stop before the before the animation loops back. Okay. Let's have it. Yeah, okay, that's fine. Still rocking, still going. Okay. Right. Man, that looks creepy as shit. If it like moves like this when it's every frame. Of course, we're not gonna keep it this way, but that is very creepy. What if we do constant? Oh, this is like Tim Burton level horror. Hmm. This is actually a really interesting movement type. Huh. Interesting. This reminds me of the older horror effects from like House on a Haunted Hill, the 1999 movie, when the Price is looking through a monitor and he sees Dr. Vennicott walk out of the room in this very creepy walk cycle. This looks. I want to see what this looks like in the game. Hold on a sec. Let me just see if I can also add something here. I think it's because my mouse is yeah, I think it's because my mouse kind of stops. It's a trackball mouse. Ooh, a hint of stop motion. Yeah, I know. What if I propagate this to enemies as well? Yeah, this would be like the thing stop motion animation for all the monsters. Could scale it. That's not a bad idea, actually. Let me see. Okay. So we'll need actually, hold on. There's already a bone there. Oh. I'm pretty sure it would have to be a separate bone. Let's see. If I take this in edit mode, let's say we make it not be connected to anything. Okay, but this bone is not connected directly, but it is a child of this bone. Like that. Okay, then we go back here. Oh, God. Okay. Mmm. Interesting. Fascinating behavior. Come here, young man. All right, let me try something. So I think this bone still has to be a child of this one then. But maybe not directly connected. Yeah, maybe not directly connected. Hold on. Let's roll that back. So okay, so there we go. Like that. Mm-hmm. Okay, but I don't know if scale is gonna work for single scene situations. That makes sense. I mean, I probably would have to make sure the rig has this bone set as an undeformed bone, and then give it another bone as like a scaling thing. This is like straight out of Beetlejuice. If we can get that ending a little bit closer. Okay. I want to do that. Okay, so that works. The last frame is the same as the first one. Now we need to do the same thing here. It's very jittery. Try resizing the bull bone. That's fine. I think it'll be okay like this. Okay, interesting. So, oh, it teleports right in the beginning. Okay, I'll see. Scale x -1. Yeah, okay, there we go. So now we got a nice loop. I don't know if this is going to translate to Godot really well, but I guess we'll see. So this is idle loop. Cool. We'll have to do GLTF now. So this goes to engine, models, props, foliage, possessed plant, possessed plant. Looks like a nice, juicy, delicious fruit. That's one way to put it. Why is this transparent? Okay. Copy. Go to this. Possessed plant. GLB. Foliage. Possessed plant. Okay, the OBJ is the only one there. Because I haven't saved it. Because Blender is just sitting here twiddling its thumbs. There we go. Looks like an alien wiener. Well, you know, whatever everybody dreams about. There we go. Jack-o'-lantern took root. This is my garden now, bitch. Okay. Yeah. This works. Okay, so we need to make it launch. Let's add a script, possessed plant, scripts, props, I guess, foliage. I don't know if we're going to have enough foliage scripts here. Maybe we'll move the vine code there. Talk to the animation player. Tell it to play idle. Okay, and it's a self-looping animation. We made sure that it's included in the name. Does that plan sell $5 jiggle vids? No, but it does have a $20 root tier, if you're into that. For an extra 100, they'll show you its saplings. Okay, let's get out of here. And then there's going to be idiots who pay $10,000 to see the Vinusi. All right, let's stop this conversation now. That's as far as we're going to go. Let's see. So, I think we just run the debugger scene, the developer scene. These things should be there. We'll likely have to randomize the starting point for these. Root privileges. Ah! Now that's a joke I appreciate. Oh no, we're inside it. Okay. Right, because we moved the origin point. Mm-hmm. Okay. Now this has to be in the ground. Alright, so it's all moving at the same speed. Synchronized creepiness. All right, so we'll just have to randomize the starting point. I think play doesn't custom blend, custom speed from end. Yeah, it doesn't allow us to set the starting point. Okay. Current animation position. Can we set this value? We can seek. That's right, we have seek. Okay. So we'll seek. What is the duration? Well, duration is about 8 seconds. Let's say 7. Okay, so we need to randomize it anywhere across this. And we need to make it so that they're not gonna synchronize it too close to one another. So we know that these plants can be created in clusters near each other. And I don't think that a single location is going to have more than 3, maybe 5. So here's what we can do. We can add this to a group. Yes, I think so. So this is going to be vine, possessed, plant, group. Okay. And then we're going to get tree, get nodes in group, possessed plant group. We're going to find self, and this is going to tell it that this is plant number 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, and that's going to be used as a value to seek the animation. Okay. Although I think once we get more vines, we're going to seek outside of the range. So we might want to mod it. Use mod. Yeah, there we go. Nice. God, that's creepy. Okay, yeah, but we do have to make sure that we limit it. So I'm going to mod this to 7, because we have 7 seconds of animation. Because once you get to like plant number 9, that's going to be outside of the animation range. So we're just going to say, do this. Cool. Vine is undead. Yes, very gropey. It's very rude. Free cheesy bread. Man. Fucking Domino's. I swear to God. I'm pretty sure this is not even Domino's, because Domino's doesn't send promotions over text. I know exactly what it is. All right? There was an Indian delivery guy who's like, how come you do not tip? And I'm like, buddy, it's like a $10 pizza. Well, I don't make enough money. Like, man, like, if I wanted a lecture, I'd go to YouTube, watch Jordan Peterson videos. Well, they don't pay me enough. It's like, well, I'm sorry, man. And then he slammed my door, and then I just like, all right, well, whatever. If you want to play it that way, I'm just gonna send the complaint to the department. And then after that, magically, I started receiving these spam messages on my phone, with like free pizzas, and these links do not look like Domino's links. So I'm like, yeah, I know what you're doing, you sack of shit. You're bringing your scam technology over here. Hell nah. Okay. The animation is really disturbing. I know, right? Okay, let's take a look at what it looks like in the game. We could probably add some particles too. As a matter of fact, maybe we should do that. Nice. It's pretty cool. I'm pretty sure that Godot had interpolated the frames a little bit because they don't look as steppy, but it works. Definitely works. The distortion effect doesn't really shine through as much. Probably have to do something along the lines of having a separate piece of geometry and have it scroll through the texture. But other than that, I think this will work. And once we have, cold blue environment, then we should be good. As a matter of fact, can I make that work? Safe room. There we go. Now that is standing out. Beautiful. All right, let's do a quick particle thing. Let's do 256 by 256. Okay, this is going to be a black. Okay, that's the center. That's cool. I didn't actually want the thing to be there we go. Okay. If this works, we might be able to even make fake turbulence, although they have added turbulence, like specific turbulence properties to the particle emitter to Godot since last time, so yeah, might be able to just use that. All right, that's good. Let's get this exported. Engine, textures, particles. Okay, this is I guess JPEG is fine. So this will be possessed plant pollen. Sure. Let's do GPU particles. Okay. Nothing visible because meshes have been assigned to a draw pass. Yeah. Let's give it quad mesh. Give it a process material. Okay, quad mesh. I'm just going to drop this in. It will create a material for me. Let's do transparency. No, I'm just going to do additive blend mode. Okay, now we can still see a bit of that outline, which kind of makes me think that the texture is being compressed. No? Ah, there we go. I can never get this thing to fully be either transparent or not receiving any sort of shadow or lighting data. There's always just a tiny little bit. Haven't figured it out yet. Okay, let's do emission. Emission by omission. Okay, there we go. Let's bring this up just temporarily over here. Cool. Let's make sure that it always faces the camera. Nice. All right, let's see here. So, acceleration, no gravity. Mm-hmm. Okay. Resulting in possessed honey. Oh yeah, possessed bees. Okay, can we make it look in the direction that it's flying? No. Not when it's a particle billboard, I imagine. Unfortunately. Okay. So maybe we don't do particle billboard. Maybe we'll just do it double-sided and that should be good. It doesn't seem like it wants to rotate either. If that's the case, we might actually have to make this as, not as a line, but as a dot. So it doesn't have a hint of direction. Come on. There we go. All right. Cool. So that's good. In this case, we can make it, disable cull mode and then make it particle billboard. Okay. Display, scale. Some of them could be large, some of them can be small. Let's make the spawn shape be a sphere. Around this big. Turbulence. Ooh, that's a big algorithm. It's like, hold on a sec. That looks cool. I would like for them to really go in all directions. Beta particles. That's an interesting concept. That would add an extra obstacle for before the player gets into the safe room, but that also means the safe room better offers some, something good for all that effort people are going through to get in. Okay, now I want the turbulence to be, well, it seems like there's one value and every particle just goes into that value. We could also make the scale be done across a curve. So that we don't see particles just appearing and disappearing. which is exactly what it's still doing, because its particle is set to billboard. In the material, we have to enable keep scale. Oh, okay. That is telling me that the scale was never actually being used. There we go. That's much more like it. Okay, now what's with this turbulence? Noise strength. Seems like it makes all the particles go in just this one direction, and it just switches the direction based on the noise. So this affects the entire particle together. Hmm. You know, this isn't really the effect I'm looking for. It could work. It looks interesting enough. Okay, that's fine. Let's do bone attachment, if I can spell that right. Bone attachment node. Okay. Which bone do we want? We want this bone, which is bone number 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Bone 003. Can we set it by name? Bone name, yes. Yay, look at that. Nice. Okay. All right. I just need to move this. Maybe reduce the particle spawn. There we go. Could use the gas mask against it. Maybe. Actually, there is a part of the game where the player needs to bring nuclear fuel to the generators. So the same tools you would use to handle the nuclear fuel is the what you would use to approach this. But then again, that makes the safe room a lot more obstacle heavy to get into. And right now it just offers like a marginally more beefy camera or machete, at least at the moment, and a little bit of lore, which isn't critical to the final game, to passing the story. So, it's you gotta weigh in the benefits. Okay, maybe we can ease up on velocity. Sure. Okay, this works. Oh boy, that's not what I want to see. Okay, so what's causing this? Should we just use a PNG with transparency? Hmm. Maybe. Dusty Poland. Hmm. Let's try to use this. Okay. Have I ever made a multiplayer project? I've done prototypes where I've done networking multiplayer, so, you know, it's a yes with an asterisk. I might want to save that material. Hey, that works. Sure. Hi, how are you? I'm not high, I'm pretty sober, I think. Doing pretty good. No, Asifer, just had a little glass of salad with my wine. Have you made it online, or players must be on the same network? It's the same thing. Online, you'd usually use like a in-between. Hey, nice in-between surrogate service. You know, that actually works. If I place that plant a little bit further. Cool. Okay, so this looks pretty good. So we made the plant. It works. What we're gonna need to do is make it breakable. And yeah, we'll just have to make a few of these versions, few of these clusters, and then anytime one of these safe rooms is spawned in, it'll generate like 5 or 7 of these all around, and then the player would have to destroy them. Those plants really add a lot of life to the game. Surprisingly, yeah, I think I'm gonna add a little bit of motion to these plants as well. That should be good. Cool. You know, we could add some sort of an entity that usually walks around these plants. Some shadow figure. It's supposed to be attracted to it. Cool. All right. A possessed gardener. Well, you know, they're the plants or the possessed energy that's in the plant has somehow figured out how to return back to the world of the living, and is done by being absorbed into a plant. So you'd have a shadow man kind of figure walking around and trying to figure out the same thing. How to traverse back into the world of the living any way possible. Just the idea is creepy enough. Okay. Right, Shadow Man. This plant contains the, what is it? The 16 herbs and spices. The coveted secret of the KFC. They'll kill you for it. I'll never forget that fried chicken, man. Yeah, you'll never let me forget about it, too. Good stuff. Yeah, okay, so I gotta take a break. It's been 2.5 hours of just me sitting and flattening my ass. I need to take a break. So we'll come back, get it done. I think we might actually be able to get this up and running today. Maybe like what, 30 minutes, 45-ish minutes, we'll be back. I don't think it should take any more than like an hour to program this this whole thing. Cool. All right. Thanks, fellas. Appreciate the company. We'll be back.